Welcome back, everybody. It is just that time of the summer when we are finally probably getting sick of junk food.
Yes. Yeah, junk food is very easy, very convenient, and very tasty. However, for our children, it's probably not the best thing to have on hand all the time.
And we all know it's not, but even for us adults, sometimes that's just the quick go-to that's easy to grab. We're so happy to have Barbara Sherwood from LDS Hospital. And what do you do at LDS Hospital? What's your job?
I am the clinical nutrition manager actually for Central Region. So I manage the clinical nutrition services for 7 different hospitals.
Oh, wow.
And LDS is one of those hospitals.
Okay, so
yes.
That's a big job. What do you feel like is the biggest challenge and hurdle for families when trying to get their kids to eat healthy?
I would say creating the habit of eating healthy and getting kids used to eating healthy foods. So there's actually research out there that shows if you can get a child to taste something 17 times, which you're like, wow, that's a lot. But by doing that, they get used to textures and flavors and just the taste of wholesome foods. And if they never try it, well, they're more adverse to ever trying it.
I think that's so true. As a kid, I remember just being really, really picky. And I don't know if my parents went about it in the right way or not. I don't know how we're going to do that one day when we have kids. But I feel like sometimes forcing kids into eating a healthy food does the opposite, and it doesn't work. So how do you get them to try something new? How do you do that?
Convenience is a big thing. So, for instance, oranges. Sometimes they're hard to eat because you have to peel them and they're messy, and so people won't eat them. By making it more convenient and more colorful and easy to consume, it helps bridge that gap to get them to eat things that are a little bit healthier.
That's a really good point with the color too, because and just things that maybe will stand out to kids. Things that are as simple as cutting the sandwich into little triangles.
Exactly.
And things that make it more kid-friendly, I suppose.
Exactly. So I did bring some examples of different things that you can do, and you can actually update them to include other things as well, but
some easy things, which I really appreciate. Let's start with the first one. You brought us some kind of soup there. What is that?
Gazpacho.
So
Gazpacho.
Yes. That sounds fancy.
Yes, it's actually a cold summer soup, and most people who have gardens, they can just take things right out of their garden, put it into the blender, and voila, you have that.
It almost looks like salsa as I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
So you have lots of veggies in it, and what's the base?
It's tomato. It's a tomato base. I put that in the blender, and I roasted garlic, and then also with cucumbers and other things out of the cabinet that I added to it.
But so it sounds like you can kind of do your own little flavor.
As long as you have a blender, you can make gazpacho.
Are kids liking the idea of it being cold? Is that going to freak them out?
It's kind of new for some kids, but my kids love it, and it's something that they've had in their life, and so it's really kind of fun, and they can also help make it. So we go out and we pick in the garden, and then we just kind of load up the blender and we make different things with it.
Well, that's a fun way to cool off versus like a smoothie or something like that. Okay, you also brought us a parfait, and that looks beautiful, especially for this time of year in July.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a little red, white, and blue. So you can have fun with it. You can use really any kind of fruit, some kiwi or berries, bananas, but I use Greek yogurt in that because that way they can get protein into their system as well. So kids run all the time, and so they like sweet things, but getting a little protein in there is really helpful. And so by layering it, we put blueberries at the bottom, Greek yogurt as the white, and then strawberries and blackberries. So it gives lots of different nutrients, lots of protein, a little bit of fat, everything that they need to get through their day.
Well, and it's so cute. I would want to eat that because it just looks so fun. Okay, and then the last thing, the kebab, and it's kind of a twist on a kebab.
Yes. So what I did is, as I said, protein is a big part of trying to get into your kids. And mozzarella cheese, they love the string cheese, but this is a little bit different version. It's fresh mozzarella, and then I layered it with strawberries, bananas, kiwis, and so it's just kind of a fun way. And you can wrap those individually and take them on a picnic, and they just, kids really like those.
Such a fun way to get that little protein fix in there, and I love me some good mozzarella. It's my favorite.
Yes. and it gives a little more satiety, so they're not so hungry, because fruits don't have a lot of protein, so that helps with them, feeling a little bit more full and not having chips and other things that are high calorie and don't really offer much else.
Absolutely. Barbara, thank you so much for all of these great